I survived. The California wildfires of 2018. The thing is, there is lots and lots of things in the world. Like, there's this item of water. What? It's slippery. This item of water would be useful against fires, you would think, depending on what kind of fire we're talking about. Not the ones that are started with oil and all that kind of stuff. That would make it worse. I'm pretty sure. But when this man named Josh and his mom were escaping a crisis back home in New Jersey, when they actually just fly across the country to escape people and do lots and lots of business things after finding out that his dad today, well, criminal thing, not stealing $1 million, that's for sure, but obviously just doing something against the law, taking away some stuff, taking away some money and just giving it to some person, some people. That's the thing. And then he finds out that he's going to his cousin's place, and then he finally finds his cousin's place. However, after meeting his cousin for like one of the first time, he finally finds out more about her, and actually they become fast friends. A superheated monster, after finding themselves being fast friends, a superheated monster that will suddenly destroy millions of acres of wilderness and possibly much more would actually happen, and they need to survive all of that. Josh needs to race and face this family crisis because of the New York Times, because his family says, this is the best newspaper in the world! All that times, he needs to face this crisis that's burning him up inside of him. But first, he and Holly actually have to face the flames that they will have to face again. I mean, sure, I've been through a couple of fire drills myself. One of them was actually real because turns out one of them was about a thing. Like, turns out there was a fire in the kitchen, and then we had to all escape. It was a small kindergarten place, so it wasn't pretty much. So what's the thing is? The thing is, we had to just go outside, and then we waited until the whole thing was gone. The whole thing was under control. I mean, I never actually saw the fire myself. I really didn't believe that was actually a fire, but looking at the way that seems to be going on, I'm actually pretty convinced that this fire was a dope. Then again, I also have a few fires inside of me to be dealing with, like some fires issues with my anger issues. I mean, I do have a little bit of a temper, sure, I'll admit that, but however, I do think that sometimes my temper goes out of control. Like, have you ever watched that movie, Gifted Hands, the story of Ben Carson, and as a kid, during school, he, like, couldn't control his temper? I got something similar to that, I guess. I just can't control my temper, and nowadays I just pray and pray and pray that this temper will go away from me. And about the fire, this fire is one of the deadliest fires in 100 years, and that's something. Josh needs to face this family crisis and escape an actual fire first, but how are you gonna do that? Well, that's the thing. This is what the book's trying to tell us to do. Josh needs to face this family crisis. And there's literally no way going back. It's burning himself up, and he and Holly have to survive these flames first too. When disaster strikes, heroes are made, as they say. What would it be like if I was actually here? Hello, Cloud. What would it be like if I was actually here? What would it be like if I was actually in a fire and also dealing with something personal at the same time? That would be weird, I will admit, and that would also be very bad. These cousins would become fast friends, sure. Cousins, fast friends. I'm friends with my cousin. Also, we don't communicate much. We actually never communicate. This superheated monster is the fire, and I kind of really imagine fires as a small one, like the one in the microwave from way back to kindergarten from what I remember. Josh really does need to face the family crisis, and I need to face my own family crisis. And surviving flames this big, it would actually be very hard to survive flames this big. So I hope you guys actually enjoyed today's episode, and I hope to see you guys in the next video too. So see you guys then. Schnine out. Peace.